Hi everyone, I'm Graddles, and welcome to a new episode of House Flipper. Today we're going to be talking about the store in the Garden Flipper DLC. I have finished all the jobs in the Garden DLC, and now I wanted to kind of give you a walkthrough of the store that you get and what's in it, and kind of just a little review of the store itself, not the items. And yeah, I guess we'll get into it. So over here, this is our regular House Flipper. And then the third one here, Garden Flipper DLC store menu. And the first one on the top is Animals. So if we go ahead and click into there, there's no subcategories, but there's not too many things in here, so you don't really need it. We do have a guinea pig house, we have dog, rabbit, we have some bird baths, just some random things that you could place in the yard. What I like to do when I go into the store is I like to go into ascending order. So this way I start off with the cheapest and work my way up. We can go into this little bird box. You can go ahead and buy something like that. And you can just add this to the side of your house or the front. I think we'll just add this to the front right here. As you can see, I already purchased the light, and we'll see that later. Plus, I just purchased a little flower. I think we'll just get rid of that. So let's go ahead and get back into the store. Overall, the animals, it's cute. Adds a little bit more detail outside. The next one we have is decorations. So in decorations, we have subcategories. And if we click on them, they give us the appropriate things. Some garden pots, sculptures, you know, all the different things we could see out in our yard. I like the subcategories because it is quite a few things. Let's see if we can get a nice little fountain, ponds. Let's see about maybe putting in, yeah, this looks good. Let's go ahead and put this in. Could just go ahead and put this in here. And we do have to install it. So some of the things need to be installed. Some of the things need to be just placed. And it's quite interesting. It gives us a lot more ability to decorate the outside, so that you could add like rocks around this now to really decorate it up nice. So that is in the decorations category. In the right here, the water decorations in the subcategory. Here we have fences. So this, I think, should have been subcategoried. It's not. You have a variety of different things, and it's quite a few things that I think it should have been subcategoried. So we have hedges, we have fences, we only get one gate. That is one thing that really bothers me. I wish we had a few more gates than just the one gate. And then we also get posts. And they're all mixed up. So my thing would be is if you were to buy the fence, to find the post that matches, you kind of have to look at the description. So if we look at this one, let's just say, we have a narrow traditional wooden fence. So now, to find the right one that goes with that, can be quite difficult. You got to go through. So this looks like the one that would be with that one. The problem is that you have to constantly go through and look for the right ones. So I wish they kind of categorized them in together and had different gates that went along with them. So this way you didn't have to constantly go through the whole selection to find the right post for the right gate and fence, I should say, because there is only one gate. This is the only gate available to walk through a fence. So I wish they would have gave us a bit more selections on gates. So yeah, I mean this category right here definitely should have been subcategoried, and this way it would have made it easier to find the matching things. Next up is kids. This is not too bad. I mean, no subcategories needed for this. There's not a huge variety of stuff. It's just play equipment for the yard. So no problems with that at all. The next up, we have furniture. That does give us a nice subcategory. So we have armchairs, benches, chairs, hammocks, sofas, sun chairs, tables, and umbrellas. So that was done nicely. They do give us a nice variety with this, different colors, different textures with the, the material. So that's nice. So we can get back out of here. We have lights. Again, no subcategories, but there isn't too many. These are kind of just a smaller, like, solar panel. Then you have a couple of, the taller. This is kind of medium. We do get one, I don't know, one or two. I think it's down here. It's one taller light. And then we only have one hanging light for the house, which is nice. You could turn it on. So that kind of gives a little bit more character. But, yeah, there's not too many options when it comes to the lights, but I don't think we need too many. I would have liked to see a couple of more of the hanging lights that go on the side of the houses. Maybe a little more variety with that. But overall, I mean, it is what it is. It's just a light. The next we have is other. Other is just kind of a random thing. You get a sprinkler, a composter, a scarecrow, just some random decorations. The one thing that does bother me with this is that with the scarecrow, we have one option. I think they could have gave us a little bit more of a variety, different colors, but again, it's minor, not a big deal. Here's our big category here is plants. Most of what we did buy the garden DLC for is for the plants. And they do subcategory this pretty nicely. We have decorative grass. This does not need to be planted. It's just kind of like a wild thing. We can show you here. It's kind of like just a wild. You can't even see that one very well, but it's just nice different textures. If we go back, we get edible plants, which is our vegetable garden. So this is kind of cute. You can get some tomato plants. These actually do get planted, so you can put them along your house here, and as you can see, you can plant them if I get close enough. And that is kind of cute. I kind of like that. So you can make your own little vegetable garden. You can put your composter next to it. Next After edibles, we have flower beds. Most of these do not need to be planted. You would just simply place them down. Here we go with some little tulips, like that. Next up is our leaf plants. Now these get planted. These are quite nice. Get a nice variety. This is quite a large tree. And yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. They have nice leaves on them, and some of them are big, some of them are smaller. These do not get planted. They're more of a decoration style. And yeah, that's about it with the leaf plants. Then you have your needle plants. These are quite nice. I like some of these too. We get one of these. I'm gonna put them on here. They can be planted as well. I always step too far away. They add a lot of nice decorative look. I like this quite a bit. They just look like a simple, easy to maintain little plant there. Next up, we have the tropical. So we get our cactuses and stuff like that. So that's pretty nice. So this is quite nicely broken down into the subcategories to easily find things. I like when it's done that way. Next up, we have pools. Pools. They are all the same. Same size. The only difference with them is the textures of the tiles. Let me get out of here a second. Let's just go into the back here. And we'll get up pools again. So what I mean is, if you look at the pool, all the pools are the same shape and the same size. I would have liked to see a little bit more of a variety with the pools. We have so many of them. I mean, what do we have? Let's see. 4, 8, 12, 14 pools. And they're exactly the same except for the tiles. So it would have been nice to see a little bit more of a variety of the pools. But overall, it's nice to have the ability to put in a pool. Next up, we have recreation. In recreation, we do have a subcategory. We have accessories, grills, outdoor gym, and swings. So in this, we get the projector and the outdoor cinema. We have the grills and fire pits. We have the outdoor gym, which I don't, mostly I don't see like stuff like this outside, but I mean, I guess maybe somewhere. And then we have just regular garden swings, which are nice. You can get these. There's very little assembly with these. Overall, they're pretty easy to put together. We can go ahead and assemble this in a matter of seconds, pretty much. So I do like the ability to assemble them rather quickly. So that goes in pretty nicely. And it does add a lot more interest in your yard. Next up, we have structures. Structures, we do get subcategories. Now in this one we have bridges. You can build a nice little pond like we did. And then you can pick a nice little bridge. And you could put it right over it, which is really nice. I kind of like that. And then if you decorate it really nice with some of the rocks we get and the plants, it would look really pretty. I do like that. Next we have freestanding pools. So those are just the above ground and blow ups. And yeah, that's pretty nice. Then we have garden stairs. I'm not sure if I'd use this too much, but I guess if you have some kind of platform, you can make like a platform with these and then put the steps around it. So that's pretty nice. You can make a lot of different, interesting, unique things with these. We have gazebos and trellises. So those are quite nice. And then we have other. That is just a shed. So I don't know why they just didn't label it shed, but yeah, we just get a shed. So that's an other. Now if we go back, we have surfaces. So here we do get a subcategory again. We got the paving slabs, sports surfaces, stepping stones. Then we get our gravel and our turf. Yeah, I do a kind of a review in the next episode on some of these items. But I mean, they do give us quite a bit of choices. In the paving slabs, they do give us different sizes and different shapes. I think they could have probably subcategoried this just a little bit more into, because there's so many different shapes and sizes that maybe they could have done it in the size category as a subcategory, but they don't, so it is what it is. But most of the pavings is tile or concrete, or so they're pretty nice. The sports is kind of like I guess a rubbery looking surface. You could probably also use it under the play equipment so kids don't get hurt. The stepping stones, again, you get a variety. Some are single, some are pebbles. Just give you a show. Sometimes they end up in different sizes, but overall, I mean, it's just stepping stones. Over here we have the sand, the wood shavings, the bark, and the gravel. Again, this would be in my next review. These are very hard to place, but you do get a variety. You can get square, circle. If you buy many, you can enlarge the size and lower the size pretty nicely. So you can kind of get it anywhere in between. Again, my gripe isn't with the size, but more the placement. Over here, the last one, we have turf. This again is for another review in my next episode, but you do get a lot of size choices, and other than that, it's pretty much just sod. So that's pretty much the whole overview of the store. It's quite a few things. Like I said, overall, I don't have big complaints over it. More just, again, like my other review on the house flipper, I just kind of wish they had subcategoried it a little bit nicer. And like I said, with the scarecrows, I think we could have got a couple of different choices. But overall, I mean, I'm enjoying the Garden Flipper DLC. I would totally get it if you don't have it, or at least wait until it goes on sale and get it. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what you would like to see, if you agree with my review, and what you would like to see more of. And if you like my content and would like to see more, please click the like button and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.